Hi, this is Randy Finney with Right Side of the Chart. And in this video, this is a follow-up to or the previous video I published, which talks about RSS feed readers, what they are, and how to use a reader. In that other video, I used the Feedly reader, Feedly.com as an example. That's one of the, in my opinion, the better readers out there. Um, and showed how that can be a great tool how to follow not only right side of the chart but any other trading or any other websites for that matter. You can create different categories, and what a reader does, it just picks up all the new posts and content that are published, puts it in a quick, easy to read format. You can look at just the title, a brief synopsis of each post, and then click a link to view the entire post or go into the site. Using a feed reader is great for those of you who are more interested in just catching up, maybe once a day or a couple times throughout the day, or maybe even periodically, once every week or so. Just kind of check in on your favorite websites and content on the web. It's sort of like building your own customized online magazine. However, using a feed reader, you typically don't receive notifications when new articles are published, and that's what I'm going to talk about here today. And in particular, I'm focusing on the Google Chrome browser. That happens to be the most popular browser, at least as far as incoming traffic to right side of the chart, with Internet Explorer and Firefox close second, third behind it. And I will talk on those two in a separate video. However, the applications that we can use to follow a reader in Chrome are different from those used in Internet Explorer and Firefox. So I'll have to cover those in a different video. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Before I move forward, if you haven't listened to those videos and you're not familiar, if you're an active trader and you want to receive immediate notifications on the site, we do have this ability to, you can subscribe to the right side of the chart via emails. You can subscribe or unsubscribe using this link. You can also follow us on Twitter. Every time a new post is made, a tweet is sent out immediately to the Twitter account. So that's another way to get instant alerts for those of you who are more active traders or want to jump on these, trade ideas, especially because from time to time I'll post a stock as it's breaking out. If I just received a price alert on a stock that I'm following and it crossed a break point, um, some of these stocks move fast, and if you don't get that notification that I've sent out on a stock breaking out until maybe 1 or 2 hours later, the train may have already left the station, and that trade may already be up 5-10% and not offer an objective entry anymore. So hence the reason for these immediate notifications. So email options, Twitter, and the other option is using an RSS feed. And if you notice up here, these icons right here, these are two add-ons. I think that's what they refer to these as. Let me check that. More tools, extensions. That's what they call these, extensions. So these are extensions that you add to your Chrome browser. And what it'll do, anytime Chrome is that window is open. So if you're a trader, you're sitting at home in front of your PC. What these two plugins that I'll talk about up here are doing, or these two extensions, I'm sorry, is they are constantly sweeping the internet, checking all the feeds, and notifying you if a new feed is posted. So as we're doing this video, I have a few that I've put in here that I'm following. You'll probably hear a sound and a pop-up, and you'll see a box come here in the bottom right-hand side of the corner. That would be a new feed coming through. So let's talk on these. I'll start out with this one here. This is a generic feeder. This is called RSS Feeder. So to add this to your Chrome browser, simply click over here on your toolbar, go to More Tools, Extensions, and you can see that one down, where did I have it? Down here, RSS Feeder is the name. So what you would do is go down to the bottom of your extension page and click on Get More Extensions. And then in the box up here, the search box, type in RSS Feed Reader, which is already there. I'll just go ahead and finish typing. And there's a couple out there. There's different extensions. You're welcome to play around with all these. I have looked into these, and these are the ones that, as of now, that I find that I think are going to do what we're trying to do, and that is get an alert or a notification on new RSS feeds on a new post as soon as possible. So again, this can be an alternative or a supplement to those of you receiving email alerts, because I know from time to time uh, there are email alerts sent out on right side of the chart that I've had users tell me they didn't receive, and that can be an error on the part of the server right side of the chart not sending that email out. It could be on the end of your server, either putting that in as spam, or sometimes emails don't go through. So for whatever reason, this can be a fallback option or a standalone option if you, for whatever reason, prefer not to receive those email alerts. So go ahead, and what you do here, I already have it added, so you just click plus free and it means it's a free add-on. It doesn't cost anything. These add-ons are lightweight. What I mean by that is I haven't noticed any considerable or any slowdown in the speed of using Google Chrome. So for whatever reason, if you run into issues, you just simply come back into your extension page and disable it and remove it, and it's gone. So go ahead and add it. I've already done that. So and what it'll do is it'll pop this icon up here. Let's go back to the right side of the chart page. So now you'll have this icon up on your bar up top, and you can right click RSS feeder. There's an options button. Go ahead and click that, and you'll set this up. Trying to recall how I did it. One way or another, I think everything that you have is right here. Again, I've already set it up with right side of the chart. So you can see here, sort feeds. There's right side of the chart, and I've also created a folder down here called Market News. Now I happen to only have one feed in here. This is a blog from Barron's that I put in there. And when I went into the sort feeds, there's all kinds of options. You can create a new folder. See here, add feeder folder, go back to feeds. But right now, I'm only interested in following right side of the chart. So I click on right side of the chart. There's the feed URL, right side of the chart. Number of posts to display. The default is 30 or whatever. You can leave that there. I don't post that actively compared to some sites that publish 10, 20, 30 posts a day. Typically there's 2 or 3 a day on right side of the chart. Interval. What you do want to do, I believe the interval was set somewhere up 7 or so minutes. If you want to receive notifications as soon as possible, set this down to the minimum interval, which is 1 minute. Some of the other readers that I found, or these notifiers, I should say, that really sync up to your readers, you can only check as often as every 10 minutes or so. Now, I do want to clarify, by setting this down to 1 minute, if I understand this correctly, this feeder, this particular application is going to check every minute. It's going to run some little query in within your Chrome every minute looking for new feeds. However, the way the internet works is if I post something on the right side of the chart, yes, that does go up into cyberland, but the readers that crawl the web, they have to pick up on that, and that doesn't happen instantaneously. So what I'm trying to say is I may make a post, and that post may hit within a minute or two, and you may get the alert pop up here, but it also may take several minutes, maybe 10 minutes or more, for the web to crawl and find that feed on right side of the chart. And then this program goes ahead, once the feed's been updated in Cyberland, then this will then publish it, if that makes any sense to you at all. So I just wanted to make clear that there is no guarantee that you're going to have that feed sent to you right away. But I've been using this since yesterday. I have to admit, this is still in beta testing, and so far so good. Now down below, here's your notifications. Turn these both on. This gives you a pop-up notification that'll come into your window here, and as well as a sound notification. So if you're getting up, having a cup of coffee, or away from your computer, but within hearing range, you'll hear if a feed has popped up. So that's that. Settings, put the interval down as quick as possible, down to the 1 minute mark. And just like any other feed reader, you can follow as many feeds as you want. But I just, like I said, put in right side of the chart here and one other feed. Settings, go here to the settings, make sure your global notifications are on. This will then I'm not sure. I think it works in conjunction. If global notifications were off, even if I had the notifications on for right side of the chart, I'm assuming that I would not get a pop-up or a sound if I had global notifications turned off. So either way, I just turned on all the notifications, open post a new tab. That means if I get a notification, I click on it, it'll open a new tab window up top here. Let me close these other two. And then it'll show the unread count. In this badge here, if you look, that's the unread count. There's 3 posts that I haven't read. And again, on this setting, on the global settings, I also put it down, the feed update, to check every minute because I don't know which one overrides. I'm assuming the global settings will override the settings for any individual feed. So I put them both at 1 minute just to be sure. Okay, so that's that. Change theme. You can do a dark theme, a light theme, so whatever. So let's just take a look here. Here's the feeds. If I click on that, it's going to show me all the feeds. Here's the right side of the chart, and there's all the posts. This one just came in today. This is the most recent post I made. I haven't looked at that yet. This only says new because I probably haven't clicked on it yet. That was a rare earth video that I put out a few days ago, a week or so ago. So if I want to read the post, there it is. I click on it and the post opens in a new window. Couldn't be easier. Now if I were to make another post on right side of the chart, within a few minutes, hopefully I would get a alert. I'd have a little pop-up here as well as a sound, and then that would change to 3. Unless I've now read this, that'll probably clear that count. Okay, so you get the idea. So go ahead, play around with it. I think that's a very useful way of following both right side of the chart and any other time-sensitive sites that you want to follow using a reader. And again, a lot of custom customability there. You're able to customize it. All right, now let's take a look at the other option I have here, and that would be this one. This is the Feedly Notifier. For those of you who watched the prior video that I put out on Feedly, that was a feed reader. Very, a lot of different feeds you can follow on that, ways you can set it up, and you have a bunch of different options here as well. I'm going to click on that. Now, what it's showing me is I'm only following right now my stock trading websites. If you did watch that other video, you notice at the time I had just put 3 different websites in there, right side of the chart, and 2 others. And so all these feeds are in chronological order. And again, if a new one comes through, it should be alerted right away. Here's that previous post I made about 2 hours ago. Slope of Hope, they post a little bit more content. So the last post was 41 minutes ago, and if they made a new post, that should be here soon. So as I have this window open, I can update it just in case anything else has come through. But this one, like the other one, let's go into the settings. We go right click on it, click from options. Before I do that, I should make clear the name of this one was called Feedly Notifier. So again, to add Feedly Notifier, you need to go to your Google settings, Chrome settings, that is. Where am I? More tools. I'm sorry. Tools, extensions, and there's Feedly Notifier. Again, you go down, get more extensions. You can do it. I already showed you how to do that. So just click more extensions and then add Feedly Notifier. Then when you have it added, get into the settings here. Oops, sorry. Right click, go to options. These are your options. It'll prompt you to sign in. So you go ahead and sign in to your account. I'm already signed in. The nice thing about it, once you sign in, you stay signed in, unless you want to log out and log back into it if you have multiple Feedly accounts. Interval period. As I mentioned before, that other RSS reader had the option to go down to check every minute. This one, the lowest you can do is 10 minutes. You can go higher, but you can't go below every 10 minutes. So a little bit lag time there. So I'm assuming if this Feedly reader is checking Feedly every 10 minutes for new feeds, if I posted something and the web crawlers had just swept and missed that, I put a post out, it might be 10, maybe even 15 minutes or more before you get an update here. Again, it's better than nothing, and the point is you don't have to manually go back in and check. You can be assured that assuming this software is working properly. I make no guarantees to that. I've only been using it for a couple of days, but it seems to work fine. I haven't noticed any bugs. You can be rest assured that as new posts are made on right side of the chart or any other site that you want to follow, you will get an update, and it'll show you in the counter here. There's all kinds of settings. You can have that counter clear every time you click on it. I have a lot of different posts that I haven't cleared out yet. So go ahead, go through here. You want to show the counter. You can take a look at these settings. Max number of feeds, pop up with, blah, 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 blah. Notifications. You do want, here you go. Show desktop notifications. Again, so you have a little pop-up window in the bottom right-hand corner of your desktop. I prefer to put it on don't hide. If you put that number to 0, it will it'll continue to show the notification until you click it. So that way, if you're not in front of your computer at the time it pops up, you come back, that notification box will remain there so you know that a new feed came through. Otherwise, if you're in front of your computer all day, you can set it to pop up for 7 seconds and then it'll go away. So again, I like to set that at 0. Max notifications at once. I think the default's 5. Play alert sound on new feeds. That's a useful feature. It'll give you a little ding. Just a side note, if you're not getting the sound alerts, there may be a global setting on your computer. If you're using Windows, you'll have to go in there and make sure that system sounds are turned on. If you don't know what I'm talking about or where to find that, just shoot me an email in the contact form and I'll get back to you with instructions on how to do that. But you should be getting a sound alert. It's been working for me on this. Filters. This is useful as well. If you watch the Feedly tutorial, I had different categories. I had a bunch of finance articles like Wall Street Journals, Barron's, Market Watch I had put in there, and those are very content heavy, meaning they're publishing things every few minutes, dozens of articles throughout the day, which would just overwhelm this. I don't want to be buried here. I just wanted to get alerts on these trading sites like right side of the chart. So I deselected that category. In other words, the default, when you come down here, that box will be deselected. So it's going to show you all your feeds from Feedly. So go ahead and check that box if you only have a handful of stock trading websites or you just want to follow right side of the chart. If that's the only thing in Feedly, that's all you're going to get. Otherwise, you have to select the specific categories. And then go ahead and save those settings. And once you do that, as I said, all your feeds are here, and you should, even though I have this on all right now, this is overriding it. If I deselect that box, now I'm going to click on this. It should show me all the categories. May need to be refreshed. Save. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now you can see the new pop-up. I have new feeds come in. This number went to 1107, and we're looking at everything. So there's Yahoo Finance, Wall Street Journal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so play around with this, and again, if anybody has been using these type of feed notifications, if you have something that pops up or gives you information a little sooner, I admit I am a late adopter when it comes to technology. I just turned 45 this month, and I've just sent out my first tweets and made my first Facebook post. So for the first 44 years of my life, I managed to avoid tweeting and doing Facebook, but now I'm finding, and especially in using this site, getting those alerts out. I think Twitter is a very useful tool now. So, what I'm able to do with Twitter that I wasn't before is little things that I see throughout the day, I'm now able to tweet out. So if you're not a Twitter follower, you may want to open a Twitter account. It's free, and you can subscribe and follow right side of the chart because there are occasional things that I'll just tweet out real quick, something I'm watching, maybe a trade idea that doesn't warrant putting a whole post up and marking up the charts. So for you active traders especially, go ahead and take a look at the Twitter feed. Okay, it's been Randy Finney with Right Side of the Chart. Hope you find it useful.